Oh, maybe it is a Ford GT.
What the heck is this? Okay, I really like the taillights on it.
This is the most liking growth I've ever seen on a car. All right, guys, so Brent has sent us on a wild goose chase about an hour and a half away from the shop for this car right here, and he hasn't told Mike or me what it is. Mike, do you have any guesses?
I don't know. It's small. It's sporty looking. It could be anything, really.
I'm gonna go with Ford GT.
Maybe Fiero, but I don't know. Let's see.
Front, off. Oh, maybe it is a Ford GT.
What the heck is this?
What the? Oh, it's a kit car.
Okay, I really like the taillights on it. Are those Camaro taillights?
Look at the bumpers on the rear. Oh my God, Mike, look inside.
Lord.
Brent, it's growing grass.
There's so much moss in here. This is insane. And these are definitely Corvette door handles.
It's got to be a kit car. What is it, like a Bradley GT or something? Avenger GT. So it is a Ford GT. I like it.
I like it too. It was green at one point.
Mike, what kind of engine do you think it has?
Well, like any kit car of this era, I'm gonna guess it's a VW motor in here. This thing's tiny.
Probably. Well, it looks like the last time it got stickered in the state of Pennsylvania was 2011, so it's been here probably about 15 years.
There's no way you fit in this car.
Me?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Trying to say this is made for a
There's no way you fit in this car.
compact individual like myself.
Let me see. Alarm must be on.
There you go.
There's beehives in here. If I get stung, I'm gonna be really peeved.
Nah.
It's all fiberglass.
Look at that. Oh yeah, your head's touching the ceiling. Back of your head's hitting the roll bar. That's perfect.
Yeah, I'd die in this thing, 100%. It's cool that it's manual, 4-speed.
That is pretty neat. I like that.
It's a very interesting car. I say we go and get the owner and get some background info on it. All right, guys, so we are here with the owner of the, what is it called again?
It's a Avenger GT kit car for Volkswagen.
Interesting. Yeah, I figured it was a kit car, and I love the profile of it, but where'd you get it?
We do property preservation, which is the banks send us into foreclosed homes, and we have to remove stuff out of there. So we got a work order to get rid of this thing. This was one of 3 cars, but the other ones weren't anything crazy. I couldn't see this one just going to the scrapyard. Somebody would redo it and make something of it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's all fiberglass anyway, so it's not like you're gonna get anything at the scrapyard anyway. So. Lucky enough, we found it, or Brent found it online, and here we are to buy it. So I guess it's a nice little come up.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, these kit cars, you know if this is one that's built on a Beetle frame and then it's got the Beetle
it looks
4-cylinder?
like a Beetle frame. Yeah, I'm not sure much about the motors, but I know they're all air cooled, and I really don't know that much about Beetles. But
supposedly they're super easy to work on.
Supposedly.
I don't know if we have a key for it though. That's the only thing.
We don't have a key.
So why sell it? Why not keep it and build it yourself?
My wife really wanted to, but she's battling cancer and having some complications with. She just had a double mastectomy, and then she's having infections and stuff. So she's in the hospital right now.
Oh man.
So we got to be able to pay some medical bills and stuff.
Sorry to hear. That's
I appreciate that.
That's rough, but I'll be praying for her, and we're happy to help any way we can.
All right.
Yeah, he had mentioned that you had a GoFundMe for your wife. We've created this channel trying to help people, resurrect their cars that mean something to them. Whether it's family members that's passed or a car from their childhood. And even though this one doesn't necessarily hold that sentimental value, if there's any way that we can help you and your family, then we'd be happy to. So WD fam, if you guys want to help out Ethan and his wife, Ethan's been very kind to us and let us buy this from him as well as film on his property. And yeah, we'd love to help any way we can. So guys, go spam the account. We're gonna go ahead and donate as well, just to try and support.
I appreciate that.
We'll be praying for your wife, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, well, we were about to load the Avenger GT, and then Ethan told us that he has emus, and I've never seen an emu in person. Neither is Brent, neither is Mike, so I guess we're gonna go to the petting zoo now, hopefully, unless they bite us.
They may try, but it doesn't hurt. Like they like shiny things is the main thing. So
what do you do with the eggs?
They're not old enough yet to have eggs, but we're gonna hatch them out and probably sell them
Oh, cool.
And I want to have a big omelet one day too. So. I have a 100 or 200 pound dog up here, but he can't get to you or anything. So.
200-pound dog?
Yep.
What kind of dog?
Great Pyrenees. Here he comes right there.
Oh, really? Wow.
And then I have a puppy that.
Oh, cool.
He's growing up yet, but.
These are the dogs that protect livestock against coyotes and wolves, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's personally killed about 6 coyotes.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Turkey too?
Yeah. Well, I got turkeys, chickens, a little bit of everything.
Wow. What's up, guys? Look at all these chickens.
And here comes the emus.
Oh my gosh.
And they're not even full grown yet.
Holy crap.
They're about 6 months old now.
They're like velociraptors.
This one's Esther the emu, and then we have Limu emu from the commercials.
Emu. I have Medical Mutual. Did you see that thing jump?
Okay, now while we actually get this car loaded up, I want to ask the question of the video, so leave your answers in the comments below. My question is, what do you think of this car? Do you like it or do you hate it? There's so many kit cars out there. I think personally this one kind of looks pretty cool, and I was saying during this whole detail, if any of you have seen the Transformers movies, I think that this could have been Bumblebee because it is a Volkswagen Beetle if you really think about it, and Bumblebee was a Volkswagen Beetle. Ponder that one a little, but anyway, leave a comment.
All right, we are back with the Ford GT, or rather the Avenger GT. I wish it was a Ford GT. I gotta say, it's really freaking cool, but some might think it's a turd.
Well, this is made by Fiberfab, and it is the GT12. So this is actually based off a Beetle. So under the skin, there is a Beetle body. The newer version of it actually was called a GT15, and that had a Corvair under its skin. Both being rather underwhelming, but this thing does look absolutely crazy. If you saw it on the road and you didn't know what it was, you would think you were looking at an incredible race car from history.
So you're telling me that GT12 doesn't stand for 12-cylinder?
No, absolutely not. And also the way that this was built, I highly, highly, highly doubt it could handle even close to 200 horsepower. This would start coming apart. So that's the thing about kit cars back in the day, is they weren't really known for being built too well, but they did look cool. Kit cars today though, they make some really crazy ones that are really fast, basically race cars, but these were more so to look really cool. Similar to like a beach buggy.
Well, I mean, for the money, there's few things that are going to turn as many heads as this. I don't know how much one of these brand new would have cost, but I believe when we had done the Sterling Nova, that those sold for back in the day for like $4,200, $4,500, which in today's money is like 12 grand. So, I mean, for $12,000, imagine buying something like this brand new and driving it around to car shows or driving your kids on Sundays to go get ice cream. Like this, they must think that you're Paul Walker, you know, driving a supercar.
If you're a little kid and you see this, this is a rolling Hot Wheels. This is the coolest thing you're gonna see. You're gonna absolutely turn your head and stare at it.
Some of my favorite parts, well, actually I have a lot of favorite parts of this car, but I love the aero cutouts that aren't aero at all. Like usually there would be, you know, a vent here that allows air to pass through to help the car move through time and space quicker without as much friction from the wind resistance. But obviously this wasn't designed with that in mind, but it does still look the part.
All looks, no go. This was a Beetle, but it's definitely using some GM parts because this is definitely from a Corvette. I need the comments to help me because I've been racking my brain on this. What are these taillights from? It's driving me bananas. I think they look like Camaro taillights, but I've looked up older Camaros and I can't find the exact one. So please, if you know this in the comments, let me know because I have a headache trying to figure it out.
I think it's Mopar. I think that's Mopar Challenger taillights.
So it's got Volkswagen parts on it, GM parts on it, and Mopar parts on it.
It's a mutt. This is the most lichen growth I've ever seen on a car, like by far.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell it grew here because of this kind of swoop. There was definitely water sitting in this area that kind of gave it the fuel to grow like this.
This has to come up, no?
I mean, it's got to move somehow, but I just don't know how.
You want to put a socket on this and see if this engine turns?
I actually think it goes, it goes the other way. This is incredible. Okay. I have not seen anything like this where the metal bumper actually comes up with the hood.
Oh, this is actually nice.
What a power plant this thing has. And what a beautiful, beautiful engineering was done here. I love this. That's some structural integrity for you.
Yeah, well, this is the smallest engine I think we've ever worked on.
Well, yeah, let's grab this, see if we can get this thing turning. I don't think this is gonna stay, so I'll hold it while you grab
All
what we
right.
need. Oh, wow, that's heavy.
You know, for the way the rest of the car looks, this engine is actually pretty clean. I guess it was covered its whole entire life, but
Oh, it does move.
this is a very easy.
I need to set this down because this is a million
All
pounds.
right, hang on. Well, we should probably get into the wash. Looks like we'll start with the wheels. All right, so since the engine is in the rear of this vehicle, we're gonna check the front and see if there's any goodies.
Looks like a fuel tank.
It does look like a fuel tank, and oh, looks like we have some wiring that is disconnected here, and we have the horns. And it looks like this thing was definitely green. What do you think, Brent? Would you rather have this be green or yellow?
I think this green is hideous.
Oh.
So the yellow.
All right, well, Brent's a hater.
Actually, the green is the exact same color as your gloves. What is this mess right here by the lights?
That looks like spray foam for insulation. As you can tell, the craftsmanship and quality is impeccable.
Moving on to the interior of this Avenger GT, I must say this is one of the most bare bone interiors I've ever been in. All we have is a speedo, an RPM gauge. There's a clock in here, and I gotta ask, does this clock look familiar to anybody? It says made in Germany, but I'm not sure if this is out of another car or not. I don't think that this is the safest vehicle I've ever been in, but there is a massive roll bar behind me, which is very hard for you guys to see. I'd be glad that it's here if anybody ever rolled this bad boy over. And one of the oddest things that I found in this vehicle is that it is growing more moss in it than I've ever seen in any car. I'm not sure if maybe this material was the reason that it grows so much or where this thing was parked, but I really don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet to get it all out. That's gonna be a task in itself if I have to remove all this carpet or what I'm gonna do. But with all that being said, I gotta figure out how to get these seats out and get to working on all this moss.
All right, now it's time to polish the Avenger GT, and it's gonna be a lot of work. We have a ton of oxidation all over the horizontal planes of the car, but where there is a relief is on all the vertical panels. It looks like there's much less oxidation. So this is single stage paint on fiberglass, and I usually don't like working on fiberglass and single stage paint. It tends to be really tacky and sticky, so I'm hoping this doesn't give me too many issues, but I do believe that I'm gonna be able to remove all that oxidation and make this shine nice and bright once again. All right, that concludes our video on the GT40, or rather the Avenger GT. And I gotta say, this thing looks super cool, but it is kind of a turd. And Brent doesn't like when I say that about the cars that we work on. It is cool for what it is, but you know, it's just not exactly the best built car that we've ever worked on. But we hope that you enjoyed it nonetheless, because I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this one. I'm sweating bullets out here. It's hot in Cleveland. But thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate all the support. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe, because you don't want to miss what's coming next.